This is our first ever FA Cup third round predictions. We've got Thogdad and a very special guest. Are you ready, Dad?
I can't wait for this. There's some amazing ties to come up, starting with Crystal Palace against Everton.
Hey, wait. Before we get into anything, we've got to announce our guest and ask her what the like target is.
I'm going to go crazy and say 15,000. I believe I have the ball knowledge. A lot of people will disagree, but hopefully I might sway a few minds today. We'll see how it goes.
Right, now I can talk about Crystal Palace against Everton. Now, Palace got to the semi-final 2 years ago, Theo. Players like Elise and Eze are back from injury. Time for revenge. Palace 2, Everton 1.
Yeah, we've got 32 matches to get through. 16 with Astrid, 32 with us. I'm going to get straight to it. Everton, the last time they came here, they won 3-2. They're winning again by 1 goal. Away Limbs, if you're going for the Toffees, 2-1. Calvert-Lewin, bang.
I actually think Everton have been in very good form after their points deduction. I feel like they're trying to make up for it. Like, they're really clutching at the moment. Roy Hodgson is as old as Patterson, Godfrey, and Gomes put together.
Wow. Astrid facts.
How mental is that? I mean, I like an older geezer, so if anybody has his number, send it over. But yeah, I think this game will be a tough one, and I think it's going to be 2-2.
Brentford against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Brentford don't have a very good record in this competition, and Wolves are on fine form. Very easy. Brentford 0, Wolves 1.
The Bees' 5-game losing streak. They've just played Wolves at home in the Premier League a week ago, and they lost 4-1. So I think they'll lose again, 2-0.
I'm just wondering whether Brentford can prove that they are more than just a bus stop in Hounslow. So we'll see. We'll see what they can bring. But I just really feel like Tony can hit the G-spot at the G-Tech and give them a big win. So I don't know. I think maybe 4-1.
Ivan Tony's still out till mid-January, Esther.
Well, he might make a lucky appearance. I don't know.
Fulham against Rotherham, and Rotherham struggling in the Championship. They are rock bottom, and they've not reached the 4th round for about 20 years. Fulham 3, Rotherham 0.
Fulham have just beaten Arsenal. Even if they rotate, I can see them scoring lots of goals in this game. Vinicius with a hat-trick. Fulham 5, Rotherham 0.
The cheese boards on away days and the Michael Jackson statue. I'll tell you all you need to know about Fulham. I think it's going to be 3-1.
Tottenham Hotspur against Burnley, and Burnley haven't beaten Spurs away in about 40 years, Theo, and Heung-min Son will be the difference here. 28 games in the FA Cup, 14 goals, 11 assists. That is incredible. Spurs 4, Burnley 1.
I'm gambling on the fact that Ange rotates. I don't think Son will start. He may come off the bench, but it will be too late. This is going to be a Vincent Kompany masterclass. He's going to arrive at the new Tottenham Stadium. James Trafford making saves all over the gaff. They're going to come away with a cup set 1-0 win.
I think it's going to be 2-0 to Tottenham, to be honest with you.
My brother won't be happy with that prediction. I'm sorry.
I apologise.
Maidstone United against Stevenage, and Maidstone beat Barrow to get to this 3rd round, Theo. Well done to them. But this is going to be about Jamie Reid of Stevenage. Stevenage are going to win this one 2-1.
I think this is going to be about Maidstone, Dad. They're going to come here fighting. Currently 4th in the National League South. Yes, that's the 6th tier of English football, but at home, they're going to come away with a 1-1 draw. Massive financial boost for them when they get a replay.
And limbs everywhere. Coventry City against Oxford United. Now Coventry in good form at the moment and a league above Oxford, but we've seen Oxford this season. They are very tight, very compact. Having said that, it's going to be a home win, 2-0.
I'm sorry, Des Buckingham, you're going to have to take a loss here. Coventry, 2-0.
Theo, that's a bit harsh at Oxford United.
Dad, Oxford Uni have more FA Cups than Oxford United, okay?
Millwall against Leicester City. Now, Leicester have been rampant in the league recently. You know what, Theo? It's time for a Thogdad fact. Cue the music. Over the last 8 seasons, one player scored 18 goals in the FA Cup. His name is Kelechi Iheanacho.
Wow.
He's the highest scoring player in the tournament.
Is he going to score again, though? That is the question.
Yes.
The South East Londoners, I'm sorry, I don't think they're getting a win here. It's going to be another masterclass for Leicester. Mamadidi with a brace for a 2-0 win.
And I think it's going to be 2-1 to Leicester.
Both clubs are known for beating. One of them are wives and one of them is the top 6 sides in the 15th-16th season. I'll let you decide who is who, everybody. But I personally think it's going to be 3-1 to Leicester.
AFC Wimbledon against Ipswich Town, Theo. 2 divisions separate these teams.
Yes.
But AFC Wimbledon at home won 5 of the last 6 in the FA Cup.
They love
Ipswich
a cup
are stumbling. Having said that, Ipswich win this one 2-1, narrowly.
2-1, but this is the sort of game that could go either way, Dad.
Yes.
A cup set's on the cards.
Sunderland against Newcastle United, and for me, this is the biggest game of the day. And the last 9 games between Sunderland and Newcastle, Newcastle have not won any of them. And the last 3 home games, Sunderland have won them. But despite all of that, Theo, and I'm sorry, Sunderland fans, I hate to say this, Sunderland 2, Newcastle 1.
Upset.
Upset
I
all
thought
day
you were
long.
lining up for a Newcastle win there, you mug.
I know, I got you, didn't I?
Oh, you did. First derby since 2016. And here's a little fact. In the last 9 meetings, the Black Cats have never lost to Newcastle. I'm going to go for a high-scoring 2-2 draw. But I think if I had to say one team to win, it would be the Mackhams as well. What do you think about the Newcastle players, about what they've been doing?
Oh no, is this the one where they've been paying for like hotel rooms?
Yes.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Horrific.
Maybe their mind isn't on the football anymore.
No, which is why I've put them down to lose 2-1.
Watford against Chesterfield. It's championship against non-league, Theo. And Watford, last 16 times they've played lower division teams, they've won 15 of them. It's going to be a home win, 3-1.
When you're playing a team top of the National League, a side that scored 61 goals in 25 games, and their top scorer is... He's on fire. Sing the song. Sing the bloody song. Go and sing it.
Will Griggs on fire. Your defence is terrified.
That's going to be the
Will
end
Griggs on fire.
when they score a last-minute
etc.
equaliser and get a replay. Watford 1, Chesterfield 1.
Stoke City against Brighton and Hove Albion, and Brighton got to the semi-finals last year, and along the way they beat Stoke 1-0 in the 5th round, Theo. But this time round, it's going to be a sort of upset. A 1-1 draw.
Stoke have drawn 4 out of 5 matches. I think they'll get a replay in this game, and it's probably not what Brighton want, but a 0-0 draw. No goals in this fixture.
I mean, despite Chelsea stealing their best players, Brighton are definitely better in Stoke.
What would Stokey G say if you predicted Brighton to win?
I'm sorry, I know I really like George as well, so I feel bad, but I think it's going to be 5-0 to Brighton. I think they're absolutely going to batter them.
Gillingham against Sheffield United. Now, Tom Nichols loves this tournament, but Gillingham are not scoring enough goals at the moment. And Sheffield United are good against teams who are lower than them in the leagues. Gillingham 0, Sheffield United 2.
Gillingham 0, Sheffield United 2.
Blackburn Rovers against Cambridge United. Rovers in really poor form in the league, leaking goals.
You can't ignore the facts, Dad, and the facts is this. Blackburn have won the FA Cup 6 times. I know the last time was probably in 1928, but that does still count. 1-0 win. Won't be easy, but they'll get it.
I kind of agree. Blackburn Rovers to win 2-0. Newport County of Division 2 against Eastleigh of the National League, Theo. Now, both of these teams have got leaky defences. There's going to be goals here.
I've got a fact about this, a Thogden fact. My first ever video at a football match was at Eastleigh.
Wow.
When they played Bolton in the FA Cup.
3-2 to Newport.
Yeah, out of respect for Eastleigh, I think they're going to get a replay like they did against Bolton back in the day. Newport 2, Eastleigh 2.
Norwich City against Bristol Rovers, and Bristol Rovers haven't reached the 4th round since about 2008, but we saw Rovers this season, Theo, against Bolton.
Yes.
And they are a good football team. This is going to be a cup upset. Norwich 1, Bristol Rovers 2.
Josh Sargent plays, then he'll score the winner. 2-1.
But don't write off the gas. Queen's Park Rangers against AFC Bournemouth, and it's time for another Thogdad fact because one team has lost 50 times in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. That's more than any other team. It's QPR, and it's going to happen again. QPR 0, Bournemouth 2.
They're going to go and play a first strong team, win 3-0, and Solanke will score a brace.
Plymouth Argyle against Sutton United is Championship against Division 2. Theo, both teams struggling in their leagues, but Sutton beat Leeds, didn't they, a few years ago?
Yeah.
This is going to be a home win, though, 3-1.
They're a Championship side. Even if they play a decent team, they should get a home win. Morgan Whittaker will be too much for League 2 side. 2-0.
Southampton against Walsall, two teams in very good form, but Southampton are particularly good at FA Cup 3rd round. They're going to win this one, 2-0.
Well, actually, both these teams are on fire right now. The Saints probably will rotate heavily, so I think it could be a slightly closer game, whilst Walsall, they won their last game 6-1 against Grimsby. I think it was away as well. And they'll be going to Southampton and they'll come away with nothing. I'm sorry, it's too much of a difference. 2-1.
Hull City against Birmingham City, both teams struggling in recent weeks, but Birmingham have sacked their manager. I think because of player power, Theo. This is going to be a surprise 1-1 draw.
Watch out for Jaden Phila-Jean-Biddus. He'll cook Birmingham City, who are managerless, after the disgraceful decision to sack Wayne Rooney by Tom Brady. He knows nothing about football. Okay, I'm joking. He did send them from 6th to 20th in the Championship. Don't clip me too quick. That was the right decision. I'm sorry, Wayne and Kai Rooney. I think Hull will win this, though. 2-0.
I think Mooney Rooney has gone too soony. He only won 3 out of the 14 matches that Rooney have been crowned, he's been crowned the worst manager. I think 2-1 to Birmingham.
Sheffield Wednesday against Cardiff City. Cardiff City won here earlier in the season, but Sheffield Wednesday are getting better. Time for revenge. 2-1 home win.
And Callum Robinson scores a goal per game in this competition. He loves the FA Cup, but He'll score. It'll be a 1-1 draw.
Chelsea of London against Preston North End of Lancashire. The last 15 games between these sides, Preston have only won one of them, and Chelsea have just not been giant killed in about the last 18 games. 2-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Stamford Bridge will hold this down once again. 3-1.
I personally think it's rude that this fixture even exists. Preston aren't even on Chelsea's level. So yeah, I feel like Chelsea, especially at home as well, you cannot come to Chelsea and be disrespected by Preston.
How many goals?
6 to Chelsea.
6-0, yeah?
0 for Preston. Yeah, 6-0 to Chelsea.
What did you tell Cole Palmer when you saw him?
I'm keeping my lips sealed. Do you know what? It was actually a really embarrassing moment. As I left, I was like, oh, thank you for today. I was like, why did I say that? That's so weird. I generally think they've had a meeting at Chelsea and said, don't go near Astrid Wet. She's an absolute menace. So I don't know whether I'll get any more photos, if I'm honest with you.
Swansea City and Morecambe have never played a competitive game before, and Morecambe have never got to the 4th round of this tournament, and they won't here. This is a 3-0 home win.
Gutted to predict this game because the Swans are probably stealing Bolton's best player this season. For £5 million, though, we'll take that straight to the bank. But Swansea will win this 2-0.
Middlesbrough against Aston Villa. Aston Villa have won this tournament 7 times, but the last 8 games in the FA Cup, they've lost them all, Theo. And I reckon Villa are a bit tired. I reckon they'll rest players. Borough 1, Villa 0.
Borough's ground, atmosphere will be good. They'll sell it out. But I don't think they have enough quality on the pitch to beat Villa. I think they will rotate a little bit, but they'll still come away with a 2-1 win.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but Villa are in fantastic form at the moment.
Why do you hate to say it?
Well, there's a certain someone who supports them. I'm not going to mention names, but yeah.
Did you box her?
I did.
Did you win?
I did, yeah. I battered her, so it's fine.
Go back to the game. Do you think Middlesbrough have a shot at this?
You would think so, but like I said, Villa are in fantastic form, and I hate to say it, I do think they'll win 3-1.
West Ham United against Bristol City. West Ham in good league form, but they're going to rest players here and still win 2-0.
2-1. David Moyes' new contract. Everyone will be buzzing. Ben Rama will be the difference.
I predict 2-1 to West Ham.
Nottingham Forest against Blackpool, and Forest have won the last 2 games under Nuno, Theo. They're going to be too good for Blackpool. 3-1.
I think Hudson-Odoi to score and Forest 2, Blackpool 0. I'm sorry, guys.
Luton Town against Bolton Wanderers. I've just been on the phone with Luton. They refuse to sell me a ticket in corporate. They think I'm going to cause some trouble. Can you believe that, Theo?
You're always causing trouble, you mug. An away fixture to a Premier League side is never going to be easy.
Do you know what, Theo? Luton have played quite well recently. They've won 2 out of the last 3 Premier League games, and their football has been decent. I think there'll be too much for us on the day. I think they're going to win this one 3-1.
What? I have a weird feeling about this match. Luton focused on the Prem in their relegation battle. I think we're going to sneak it. And before I give my prediction, I want to show you something, Dad. I wasn't expecting to do this. I'm going to show you. This is a Luton Town shirt signed. When he played at Bolton, he got me this. Really big up the lads. I've got it framed.
Right, Theo, what is your prediction?
Luton 1. Oh, Bolton 2. We're going to do it.
Now,
last minute limbs.
You've gone with your heart. I've gone with my head. And I hope you're right.
I do think it will be 3-1 to Luton. I'm sorry. I knew you was going to hate me for that.
Peterborough against Leeds United, and my mate Harry Potter's going to be there. He's a big Peterborough fan. He's going to be causing some nuisance. He's a lot of bother he is. But you know what? Peterborough are a good footballing team, and Leeds are stumbling a bit recently. Posh 2, Leeds 1.
I'm going to go 2-1 Peterborough.
No way.
Leeds are going out.
Does what is it? I can't even say it. Peterborough actually exists? Like, is it a real place? Does anybody live there? Yeah, I think it'll be 4-1 Leeds.
Shrewsbury Town against Wrexham. Now, Theo, this is England against Wales, but it's also a sort of a local derby.
Wrexham, high flyers. They might be in a league below, but Paul Mullin, Elliot Lee, fired up. I honestly think the Welsh side are going to beat the English side 2-1.
And I agree with you. 2-1 to Wrexham. West Bromwich Albion against Aldershot. It's Championship against the National League, Theo. This is going to be the highest score of the day. It's going to be 5-1 to West Brom.
West Brom 3, Aldershot 0. I think Thomas Asante with a brace.
Manchester City against Huddersfield Town. It's Lancashire against Yorkshire. And whoever wins this proves which is better, Lancashire or Yorkshire. Man City 4, Huddersfield 0.
This game confirms it.
Yeah, it does.
Man City 3, Huddersfield 0.
I think it's going to be 3-0.
Arsenal against Liverpool, one of the games of the day. Now, Arsenal are the godfathers of this tournament. They've won it 14 times. But the other day against Liverpool, I know it was at Anfield, but I thought Liverpool were by far the better team. This is going to be a mini upset. The away team are going to win 2-1 to Liverpool.
It's not an upset though, Dad.
suppose not.
Arteta has got 4 points in 5 games. I think the Reds will come here and, like you predicted, win 2-1.
See, I think it's going to be quite even. I think it's going to be 1-1. They're both as annoying as
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
So a replay at Anfield.
Yeah.
And last but not least, it's Wigan Athletic against Manchester United. 2 divisions apart, but fierce local rivals. And I don't know which team I hate the most there.
Yeah, it's tough. What a Northwest clash.
Well, Theo, you've got to say Man United are the billionaire club. So this is going to be obviously Wigan 2, Man United 1.
What? That's too far, Thogdad. I still think United are going to win this game. Wigan 1, Man United 3. You won't see me predict a Wigan win.
Just put on a red shirt, Theo, and get a room.
Wigan are obviously well known for their pie bomb, coal mines and incest. So I can't see them beating world-class players. I think it's going to be 2-1.
To Wigan.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I'm going to go 2-1 to Wigan, yeah.
That is all 32 games. That's the biggest predictions video we've ever done on this channel. If we don't hit 15k likes, like Astrid said at the start, I don't know what we can do anymore.
And thank you to Astrid for those amazing predictions.
Lots of research from us too on this one. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the FA Cup Round 3 weekend. Some big games. Take care. Bye-bye.
Come on, Bolton.